in Emporium. In the Philippines, I want to say magandang umaga ho sa inyong lahat. And for the people in the US watching this live at the Emporium, good evening, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to at least check it out. Check us out. Emporium is a unique US base, the first of its kind. Okay, the first of its kind. It's a Philippine-made and inspired product showroom and global business center. And its purpose is to create awareness as well as sales opportunities for Philippine-made products, services, and investments in the U.S. market. And Emporium is actually a physical place. Like I said, that's where I'm at right now. It's located at 3250 Wilshire Boulevard, number 602 in Los Angeles, California. So if you want to come and visit, please do so. We welcome you. Just go ahead and let us know when you're coming. Thank you. But what the Live Emporium is, this is one of the tools that we use to create the awareness, the sales opportunities by people watching, and hopefully organically, or what we're doing on social media is reaching other people. And I think it is. At the end of the day, what we want is that awareness creation. Okay, so that's what Live at the Emporium is. And today it is packed full of amazing stuff. Hello, everyone. You are about to watch what I'd like to think is informative, possibly even life-changing, but at the least thought-provoking. And I'm referring to the show that you're about to watch. It's called Live at the Emporium Special Edition, and the title is called Retire in Style with Espie. And as you know, Emporium is about trying to create awareness and sales opportunities for Philippine-made products, services, and investments in the U.S. market. And with that being said, this is one of the tools that we use, which is Live at the Emporium, and also the collaboration that we've created with the show that you're about to watch and its host. The host is very informative. The host is very knowledgeable, and the host is very personable. And she sometimes, oh, I shouldn't say sometimes, most of the time, she's coming up with different ways to really create this awareness or something that you want to think about when it comes to possibly retiring in the Philippines and investing in the Philippines, as well as anybody in the Philippines who wants to take advantage of also how to invest in the real estate market in the U.S. market. So with that being said, stay tuned and be truly educated and hopefully also entertained. Here's Espie.
It's a beautiful day. No worries today. Outside my window, this is the life. You're set for life. Just loving life. Retire in style with Espie.
Hello, hello. Well, it is already summer here in Los Angeles, so we're enjoying the weather, enjoying the beautiful sunny weather here in LA. And today we have a very special edition for you on luxury homes in the Philippines, So we would like to give you an overview of why is it that a lot of baby boomers now, baby boomers, or even all over the world, they're starting to invest in the Philippines. And it's not only the small, cheaper condos, but they're now getting into the luxury homes, with developers that also have built-in property management so that they can invest in the Philippines without really having a lot of headaches dealing with the tenants or maintaining the property, and still enjoying the equity that keeps on going up, So let's begin our show, and I have a very good guest tonight, So can we have the video now, Freddie? All right. So, anyway, the reason why tonight is this topic is because there's a lot of concern right now, with the economy here in the United States and even all over the world because we're just starting to open up after the COVID. The COVID. People are now starting to travel. They're coming out, and at the same time, we are worried about the economy. But here in the United States, and in particular here in California, in Los Angeles, the interesting thing is that the baby boomers, especially, those who bought 10 years or more on properties, have fat equities. They do have a lot of equities that are still sitting in their home, and it is a way. This topic is for you to have an idea on how you can pivot or how you can leverage on the equity of your home so that you can prepare yourself for retirement, or even now enjoy retirement at this point, because what you have right now are the equities of your home. Okay, so that's where I want you to focus. Interest rates are high. The market may be slumping, or maybe we're worried about the inflation. But what I want you to do is to really think about the donut, not the hole. Okay, so tonight, as I have been doing this. Oh, by the way, my name is Espie Agbayani, and I am a real estate broker here in Los Angeles. I have to really remember that I have to introduce myself to you. And why retire in style with Espie? It's because 10 years ago, something it got into me where I have to really promote how to prepare, especially for the baby boomers like me, on how they can have a good retirement or a pleasant last third of their life. Okay, using or leveraging the assets they have, the equities that they have accumulated for the last 20, 30 years of their life. Okay, so it is making real estate your best investment. As a CIPS, Certified International Property Specialist, I have a network of professionals that I tap into. Even in the Philippines, there are designees that are Certified International Property Specialists. So they are trained to deal with foreigners or people who are not really accustomed to the local process of investing in the Philippines or buying in the Philippines. And SRES, I just took this about 2 years ago during the pandemic. It is called the Senior Real Estate Specialist, where I um, dived into deeper on how I can serve, especially the baby boomers who are thinking of transitioning, relocating. So sometimes during this point of their life, they are sick, they have health challenges, or maybe they are alone, they are widowed, So there are services that I work with and network with professionals that helps you transition from maybe your old big house that doesn't really cater to your needs anymore, but a burden, to a smaller home, or downsizing to a better home or better location for that fits you during this time, of your life, and try to get some equity. That way you can fund your retirement. So the baby boomers actually are known to be active. They like to be traveling. They want to do a lot of community outreach. They want to share their resources, do charitable work. So they're not the kind of the past generation where they just usually sit and do nothing much and play golf, just stay home or around where they live. They like to explore, and they like to travel. So that's the reason why we are talking about this right now, this topic. So the top concerns of the baby boomers in this generation is the affordability, the lifestyle option, and the autonomy. Because our generation, my generation, the baby boomers, they like to be independent. They don't really want to expect their families or their kids to be taking care of them. They want to have their own independence. They can travel, they can do whatever they want. They can spend a lot of time with their friends, and yet to be affordable, where they can comfortably, use whatever resources they have. So there are value community, they value community and socialization. So you'll see even here in the United States where they have a lot of condominiums that are wrapped around and or built around malls, you know, and places for entertainment and hospital, whatever, you know, that they need, where they don't really have to travel or use a car. And planning their lives around fulfilling experiences and relationship is very, very important. So tonight I invited you know, some guests that we have that will talk to us about this in the Philippines, what they offer in the Philippines, because the baby boomers are uniquely poised to cash in big in their homes. You know, this is the time that you are going to really make use of what you have. You can either downsize or relocate. There's a lot of Californians right now that are relocating to the other states, you know, although some of them are still coming back here after a couple of years. But anyway, they can also, there are ways of deferring capital gains because sometimes they are worried about how they can defer their capital gains and they don't want to sell their home because of that. So there are ways of doing that, like 1031 exchange or installment sale. That, of course, you can reach out to me and I can give that more detailed information about that. And of course, seller financing. That's the best thing to do. Is sometimes you don't want to sell your home because you know you have to pay Uncle Sam a big lump sum of capital gain. You know, you can command maybe 5%, 6%, or 6.5% of interest, you know, to the buyer who maybe cannot qualify for a loan, and you can be their lender, you know. Then you can that is one way of deferring your capital gains. And of course, the topic tonight is investing on second homes, uh, real estate outside of United States or outside California. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to you, you know, Paolo Gilbuena is the VP of Sales of Asenso Finance. I tapped him because he is a local lender here, a broker in Los Angeles that can actually originate loans for properties in the Philippines, condominiums in the Philippines, you know. And I also invited our developer here, Robinsons. He is one of the big developers in the Philippines, and they do have some well-known master planned communities that they build all over the Philippines. And tonight we're going to be highlighting one that is in Quezon City and Pasig, which is all in Metro Manila. Okay, so can we have our developer now, Mr. Tristan? Hi, Tristan. Oh,
Morning.
you're
Good morning in
muted.
the Philippines.
Yeah. Hi. Well, good evening and good morning to in the Philippines. I know you're in the Philippines right now, and you are the international property specialist for RLC, which is Robinson's Land Corporation. And
Yes,
yeah, I know that you have a very good, a very exciting community that you are building that bridges Pasig and Quezon City.
that's right.
Yeah, and it's right along C5, and it's right across these exclusive homes like Valle Verde, right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so
Mhm.
let's see what you have. Thank
Okay.
you.
Oh, by the way, SB, I'm currently in the US. I'm in Long Beach right now.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Sorry, for some reason I thought that you're in the Philippines.
Uh,
Okay. Well,
I,
that's the good thing about having all these, you know, video, kind of presentation. You know, we can be anywhere.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to as SB said, my name is Tristan Tajan, International Property Specialist for Robinson's Land, IM11. So, just like to give you a quick introduction about Robinson's Land. So, Robinson's Land has been in the industry for 40 years, and we've been developing homes and condominiums. And right now, we would like to introduce to you our newest luxury project, which is Lupont Residences, located at Bridgetown. Um, can you go into the slide, please? So as I've said, we've been in the industry for 40 years, very trusted leader in the industry when it comes to condo developments. Okay, next slide, please. And this is our project right now, located in Bridgetown. It's called DuPont Residences. It's a very first luxury project, solo luxury project of Robinson's Land Corporation. This project is sitting on a land area of 77,000 square foot, and it consists of 223 units, ranging from one bedroom, two bedroom, three bedroom, and a penthouse unit that has four bedrooms. It has three-level amenities, wherein, as Espie mentioned earlier, most of our clients are, looking into spending their time on their property, but don't want to waste time going to places because of traffic. With the amenities of DuPont Residences and its location, you will have the luxury of saving your time, just to go around and enjoy a high-end lifestyle in the middle of Metro Manila. Next slide, please. Oh, nice. So as you can see, this is a location, the rendition of the location. This is Bridgetown, wherein it's connecting Quezon City and Pasig. And as you can see, that is it's currently built right now. It's called the Victor. It is just to give you a small trivia. It was built as symbol of our founder, Gokong Wei, John Gokong Wei, um, regarding his struggles, showing that normal Filipinos, can grow from zero to from nothing to being someone in our country. Next slide, please. And that's a location map of the project. Bridgetown is divided into two: Bridgetown East and Bridgetown West. Now, as you can see, Bridgetown West, that's located in Quezon City, where it is catering to mostly offices. The mall is going to be there. Opus Mall is going to be there, and it's also going to Opus Mall is going to be the podium of a five-star hotel. And in Bridgetown East, that's where most of the residential buildings are going to be. There's going to be a football field, parks, so wherein you can enjoy very relaxed lifestyle in the middle of Metro Manila. Next slide, please. Okay. So that's it. So that's a quick detail about our Lupon project, Ma'am SB.
Well, I'm really excited, Tristan, because actually I did not see this. I was there a couple of times this year,
Hmm.
February to January, and then also in last April, May. You know, the reason being is that I used to love to drive C5. There was a time that I was
Yeah, yeah,
still daring enough to drive in the Philippines. About 2010, 2012. And C5 just opened up during that time, and I really like driving there. But however, over the years, it became really congested. So, can you tell us right now how is it going right now? I know that you're also very close to Tiendesitas, and you have Ortigas Boulevard there, right?
yes, that's right.
Yeah. So, how are they relieving that congestion there?
Actually, because of the opening of Bridgetown, since it's connecting Quezon City, Pasig, and if you want to go to the Far East as well, Cainta, Antipolo, it kind of eases off the traffic. The project is open right now, and it's being used as a shortcut for residential of Pasig going to C5, and it
Mhm.
has different accesses to going to Ortigas Extension, going to EDSA, if from C5 going to the UP Ateneo Katipunan area.
So
So
it will take to the Katipunan Road.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, SP, in terms of traffic in the Philippines, it's really one of the biggest concern in our
Right.
country. But right now, with this kind of development, with the development of Bridgetown and development of Lupon residences, if you're going to be living in this area, in this township, you don't need to go, that far if you just want to have a work life balance to enjoy life with your family. Because of the development of Bridgetown, there's going to be parks, and when it comes to the project Lupon, it has three level amenities,
Mm-hmm.
pool, gym, so you can enjoy time with your family. So
Mm-hmm.
you actually, what they always say, what we say is that this is a luxury project of our
Okay.
business land. But for me, what we want to explain to our clients that when we talk about luxury, we're not just talking about the amount or of the property. We're talking about having the luxury of saving time, because you will have a work life balance,
Mm-hmm.
luxury of having security for your family, because of the security that Robinson's Land provides with our residences.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, luxury of growing your investment, because for the past 10 years, it's been proven that our projects have been increasing its value by 7% year on year. So,
Mm-hmm.
so
Well,
that is
one thing I found out is that the Philippine properties, unlike here in United States, they don't have an up and down value. It just keeps on constantly going up.
Yeah,
Is that
actually,
correct?
that's right. In the
Yeah.
Philippines, once it hits a certain value, it never goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, based on my experience, I've been doing real estate for the past 8 years. Um, During the
Yeah.
pandemic, a lot of people are asking me, "Hey, I want to buy a property right now because the market went down." Well, actually,
Mm-hmm.
this is one thing that I keep on explaining. During the pandemic, the value of the property in the Philippines never did went down. It's just that
Mm-hmm.
during the pandemic, there are a lot of people who needed cash, so they
Mm-hmm.
disposed their properties in
Right.
a much lower value. But it doesn't mean
Mm-hmm.
that the value of the property really went down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, that's right. So of course, even here, when there's like distressed sale, then the value go down for that particular unit or that particular property. But in totality, even last year I was trying to sell a property in the BGC. I have
Mhm.
some listings in BGC, and the resale sometimes go down just because the owners want to unload.
Yes, that's true.
They
That's
want to
true.
cash in, but
Mhm.
the prices of the brand new units, they're still holding on.
That's true.
The
Mhm.
price is still holding up because the good thing about the Philippines is that they do have pre-selling.
That's right. That's
you
true.
know so with the
Mhm.
pre-selling, you have a chance to really lock into property at a lower price, and then over the years, while the building is being built, like this building here that's showing, a 35 uh, how many 35 floors of building. It doesn't finish in about 3 years or 4 years. So
It
sometimes
does.
it takes about 6-7 years to finish.
That's right.
you know
Actually, the turnover for this one is going to be on 2029. So,
2029.
yes, that's going to be the
Okay.
turnover of the
So
project.
that's another 5 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but during the 5 years, if you're going to be investing today, every year the value is already going up. So, once
Right.
the property is already turned over to you, definitely the value is much more higher compared to what you got it for.
Right. Right. That's the reason why it's good to do the pre-selling. That's a good idea to do the pre-selling because
Mhm.
you only have to put 20% during that first, what, 4 years, 5 years while they're building it on the
Mhm.
pre-selling stage. You put a 20% down. They require 20% down that you can spread over 4 or 5 years depending on the project, and then you pay it monthly, interest free, right?
That's right. That's right. Like for example, right now let's talk about the one bedroom unit at the font. The reservation fee only is around $720,
Mm-hmm.
and then the monthly is going to be around $650. for the next 7 to 8 months.
Yeah.
So by
Oh,
that
78 months.
yes, 7 to 8 months, 6.5 years. So that is
Uh,
zero interest. It's
yeah.
very light on the budget. It would not break the bank.
Right.
And by the time that the unit is going to be turned over to the buyer, definitely the price is much higher. Right now,
Yeah.
the price is at 14.9 million pesos for the one
Mhm.
bedroom unit.
So that
So
is like about $150,000.
yes,
Yeah.
uh-huh. And
Yeah.
it's around 495 square foot for the one bedroom.
Yeah.
So
See, the one thing that really attracted me here in the Robinsons Le Pont is that the price range they have is, yes, indeed, it is like a little higher, but actually it's not. If you look at it, what can you buy for $150,000 here in Los Angeles? And this is a plush master plan community. It's not like going to the province in one of the barrios and building your
that's
own
right.
place there. This is you're not just buying the unit, you're buying the whole community.
That's right.
know? They have
That's right.
schools, they have plush schools, they have really um, what is the hospital that's going to be there? Is it St. Luke's?
St. Luke's is going to be a couple of minutes drive away.
Right.
You will have access since you're right in the center. Basically, it's right in the center, so you're going to have access to Ortigas business district. Going south, you're going to have access to BGC.
Yeah.
Going up north to C5, you're going to have access to all some of the top universities like
Right,
UP and
Ateneo. Is that it's close
yes.
to Ateneo? Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's also good for family. Maybe startup families who are maybe working in Makati or in Ortigas. They can have they can have a 3 bedroom or 2 bedroom condo here and
That's right.
start their family. Yeah.
That's right. Actually, Espie, um, based on my experience, I've been noticing that even starting families have been moving into the vertical market because it's more closer to work, more convenient for them. It's something that we cannot buy is time. So if you have the luxury of time, saving time going to commuting to work, or if you want to spend time with your family, just enjoy it in the amenities of the project. And there's a mall on site as well. So that's one of the biggest factor for investing in a luxury market in
Mhm.
Philippines.
Yeah, very good. So, this is just a teaser for everybody out there. We want to show you that there are some luxury condos in the Philippines that are really great for investment. Because you can
That's
command higher rent, you have a better kind of tenant, and you have an in-house property management that can take
that's
care of
right.
it. You know.
That's
Okay. So, let's have a commercial for um, our next speaker. Thank you so much, Tristan, for your time.
okay.
And hang on because we're going to do a Q&A
Hello.
after our lender.
I
Thank
will.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, and the next part of our program. Okay, of course, we need a lender, right? So now we talk about, it's great to invest in the Philippines. There's really interesting or beautiful places that you can invest or live in the Philippines. This is just one example of them. There's a lot of more, that you can choose from. You can always ask me if there's any new developments going on because I go back and forth in the Philippines. So tonight, I would like to introduce to you another lender, another local lender, and he is actually a broker here in Los Angeles. So they have the remittance under Bayani Pay, and also they have the lending side, which is called Asenso. So Francis, or some people call them Paolo, he had been in the lending business for a while, and he was explaining to me that the different feature that they offer is they can actually help you originate your loan for a property that you're buying in the Philippines. But at the same time, if you want to buy a commercial property there or invest in, let's say, one floor of of a condominium building, you can do that as an investor, and Paolo here can help you do the loan for that. Whether using the equity of your home or using lenders that are also offering that in the Philippines, and they can be like the third person who can help you organize that loan for you, that financing for you. Okay, so Paolo,
Thank you.
the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Miss Espie. Thank you very much for that warm welcome. Kamusta po kayo? My name is Paolo, and good morning, good evening to everybody. And yes, as Miss Espie said, I am part of Asenso Finance. I've been in the banking industry for more than 10 years now. I used to be with the corporate back in the Philippines. And for the past 8 years, I've been with a private bank in the US, and doing primarily lending for properties in the Philippines. So the reason why I'm here tonight in front of you guys is because I'm excited to tell you about a new and exciting financing program. This is a program that's currently hasn't been done before. But this is something that's currently, I believe, quite needed, especially in this current environment. One of the things that with this particular kind of financing is that everybody knows how to do financing in the Philippines. You can go to a broker and ask about how to do financing in the Philippines. Everybody also knows how to do financing in the US. You can go to a US mortgage broker and ask about the nuances of financing properties in the US. However, there is quite a few of us who are actually familiar with the complexities and the nuances of doing cross-border financing. And that is exactly what we're going to be talking about tonight. Through Asenso Finance, I'm going to be talking about cross-border financing, specifically allowing US persons. Take note, I said US person, I didn't say Filipinos. As long as you're a US person, you should be able to get financing for your properties in the Philippines through Asenso Finance. And having said that, can we go to the next slide, please? So say hello to Asenso. So Asenso, again, is a fintech company. At the very end of the day, we are a fintech company based in Los Angeles that specializes in packaging versatile financing opportunities. Take note, versatile financing opportunities. We want to make sure that our lending program will be custom fit. It's going to be specific to your financial situation. And because of that, we partnered with financing institutions and lenders both in the Philippines and in the US, giving us a suite of financing options that you will be able to choose from, and we will be able to navigate through. We will help you navigate through those financing options from right here in the US. It is something that hasn't been done before. And as a lender, as a broker lender here in the Philippines, we have a suite of products that we can do in the US. So of course, we can even do US mortgages. If you're buying houses in the US, we can do US mortgages. It can be conventional FHA. And particularly for our conversation tonight, I'm going to be focusing on cross-border loans, especially with our partner right now, Robinsons. I think this is something that you guys might gain some valuable information on how to do cross-border loans. Of course, we can do loans in the Philippines, cross-border loans. We can even do wealth management, here in the US. So with with Asenso, we are able to provide all these products, and hopefully you get a chance to check our website to find out more about us. Next slide, please. So there you go. Financing versatility. As a financing broker and lender here in the US, we intended to partner with all these financing options based in the Philippines and based in the US to make sure that you are able to be advised of all your financing options. Again, you are not based in the Philippines, and technically your property is not in the US. So it's very hard to navigate the complexities of getting a loan from the US for a property in the Philippines. And I can rattle off all these features, all these age requirements, all these terms that you see in front of you on your screen. But I want to focus more on the reason why we are doing this. So the problem, no, normally for Filipinos, for US citizens, for even for dual citizens, getting properties in the Philippines it's very hard. It's very hard to purchase a property in the Philippines, overseas. You know, in the Philippines, they have this regulation. This Banco Central, BSP, has this regulation they call BSP 1058. I'm not going to go through that regulation, but basically what that is doing, that that law is basic. That regulation is basically limiting the ability of U.S. persons to buy properties in the Philippines. No, so if you try going to a Philippine bank and try applying for a loan when you're a U.S. person, it is very hard. It is very complicated. First, they have an age limit. They have an age limit. You have to be 65 years old, sometimes 70 years old within the life of the loan. And for some people, it's not a problem, but especially for our topic tonight, we're focusing about retirees. It is one of the it's one of the primary reasons. It's one of the inherent reasons why you are doing this. You're done. You're already tired of the cold in the US, and you're ready to retire in the Philippines. You're ready to enjoy your investment. Probably this is the best time for you. You've gathered all your equity, and you're now ready to retire. But how can you do financing if you have an age limit in the Philippines? No. So those are some of the restrictions that they have in the Philippines, alongside special power of attorney requirements. So the advantage of Asenso is we were going to make sure that we will open up all the other financing options, not just Philippine loans. One of the loans that we are also partnered with is one of the premier banks as well, and they have presence here in the US, and I consider them a US loan. No, there's basically a hybrid bank. They have presence in both the US and the Philippines, and the advantage of doing a loan on their program is because they are not complying with the Espie regulations. No? They are complying with US mortgage regulations. And one of the inherent regulations that is predicated by that program is the ECOA. They call it the Equal Credit Opportunity Act. So ganito, if you talk about that loan, basically, in the US, we're very particular about discrimination. There's a lot of forms of discrimination in the US. But one form of discrimination that's not really talked about is credit opportunity, right? There is discrimination on credit opportunity. And that law, ECOA law, which is the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, precisely provides that you cannot discriminate against a person. So getting a loan as a retiree from a U.S. lender, they will not be allowed to ask about your age. They're not even allowed to ask about your citizenship. So essentially, if you come to that lender, if you come to me and tell me, oh, Pao, I'm 100 years old and I want to apply for a max term of 20 years for my LuPont Robinson's property in the Philippines. Is that possible? I cannot say no. That program technically allows me to take in your application based off the merits of your submission and not because of your age. And those are the nuances. Those are some of the complexities that we will help you navigate with Asenso Finance. Now, so on your screen right now, it's basically your customer journey. This is how it's going to go. So on number one, we have the property reservation. You probably are sold on that particular unit, on that particular room with LuPont property with Tristan. So once you found that property, next you will have to figure out how to send that money to the Philippines the next 6.5 years, because they have down payment required. No, so you're gonna finish that 6.5 years of down payment, and then probably 6 to 9 months before you even finish the down payment, you might want to start the conversation with Asenso Finance. Asenso basically is a digital platform. You're not even talking to a person. You're not printing out a form and filling it up. It's all gonna be online. It's all gonna be on a website. Basically, just log onto the website and register. Now create an account, and then use them. You are then able to start an application and register and submit your documents through that online portal. Once we have your documentation, we will assess you on the nuances of your situation. We will make sure that, okay, you're a Filipino citizen. Okay, you're 75 years old. We will assess you and match you to a lender that it will be specific to your financing situation. And that's the beauty of Asenso. You, in just one platform, we're basically helping you shop around all these financing options for your cross-border property. Once we match you with the lender, we will make sure that you get approved based on their requirements. And then eventually, number 5, we will proceed with the loan disbursement or the payment of your property to Robinson's Land in the Philippines. And there you go. Next slide, please. So this is just a sample of how our website looks like. So there's asenso.io/asenso-mortgage. That is what it looks like on our website. It's so easy, it's so convenient, and there's no fees involved to start that application. So please go to that website and check us out right now. Next slide, please. And there you go. Thank you very much. Again, my name is Paolo. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity, Ms. Espie, and I turn it back to you.
Okay. This is I like the way you explain that, and of course there's a lot of intricacies in lending. You know, I myself was a loan originator for over 13 years in the Bay Area, while I was also simultaneously doing real estate sales. So it's very emotional, it's very tedious, and as I always said to my clients, kung gusto mo, as long as you want it, you know you can get it. Doors open and your mind expands, you know. And if you work with your realtor and your lender together, you know, there's so many things that can happen, you know. So that is that's the key. You have to discuss and have an open communication, you know, with your lender, your realtor, and the development, which is the seller. Okay, so oh, hi Miraflor. Yeah, I saw you were saying hello to Tristan. You must be a fan of Asenso. So thank you for watching us. I know that we have over 40 audience that are watching us in and out, and I hope that even one little piece of information here would satisfy you or give you a curiosity on how it is to invest in the Philippines. Southeast Asia is a growing area there that is going to be the next big thing. Okay, and here in United States, we are enjoying all the glory, but we also have our own challenges. But think about all those baby boomers, you know, during the 80s, during the 70s, that went out of the country, worked in the different areas of the world, and now they're aging. A lot of them cannot own where they are, so they're starting to slowly go back to the Philippines and retire there, you know. Or some of them here in the Philippines, in United States, a lot of us have second homes, third homes, you know, investments there, and they go back and forth. As I said earlier, you know, the baby boomers are very active, even the nomads, you know, the young nomads. They like to go scuba diving while they are also thinking about creative ways of making a software or another app for their company. So it's a very lucrative space, and I hope that I can open your mind and pick a little interest on you. So reach out to us. You can always connect to Paolo or to Tristan, and of course to me. You know, I'm a real estate broker here in the United States, but over the last 13 years, I've been going back and forth the Philippines and doing also real estate transactions there through a partner of mine, you know, extrajudicial, you know, transferring of titles from your lolo and lola and even your parents, you know, that you don't even know or you're not even familiar with. So that is something that I can do for you. I have a network of different professionals that I can connect you, and I vet already for you. So if you're out there by yourself, maybe you're thinking about how you can transition, we can help you. That is my expertise. It's at this point, it's not just about making money. Somebody was asking me, a coach was asking me yesterday, how much money do you want to make this year? It's not about money. It's more about, at this point of my life, it's more of about the satisfaction, the passion, satisfying what I really like to do. Going back to the Philippines, sharing the opportunities there, sharing another option for those who are concerned about their social security is only like this much. It won't fit my budget here. There are different ways of doing it, whether here in the United States, whether here in Los Angeles, there are ways. That's the reason why I gave you all those little pointers. So let's hear your another ad, your Asenso ad, Paolo. Okay, so we're in the Q&A now, and we're going to all be here together, and if there's any questions out there, you can type it or send it to us. If you are watching us, please let us know where you're watching us from. We really appreciate if you can give us a feedback of what you think about our show, and if there's anything that we can add on, let us know. But tonight is a very, very productive night because it's very informative, and I hope that we piqued your interest and gave you an uplift of what else you can get into, what you can invest on, and take pride of having also a second, citizen, which is our Filipino blood, So there's a lot of Filipinos out there that are actually, I have met over these travels I have, that are first generations here in the United States, kids of Filipino Americans that grew up here. They haven't been in the Philippines, and now they are really seeking for their roots, and they want to go check it out. And you can do that. We have different trips, like on January, in next month, the consulate here in Los Angeles is putting together a special trip for those who want to check out different developments in the Philippines, and they would go from one island to another, and check out the different developments. So, Courtney, do you have any questions that are being asked there, or concerns that we can ask our two gentlemen here? Okay, here's one. What steps or assistance does your lending institution provide to ensure a smooth financing process for U.S. buyers seeking to purchase real estate? So I guess, this is for Paolo.
Thank you for that question, whoever asked that question. And yes, what steps or assistance does your lending institution provide? Basically, all you have to do, the first step for you is just to log on online and accomplish our online application and submit your documents there. That is the end. That's the only step required from you to initiate that process. After that, it's all gonna be on us. The beauty of Asenso, again, is you're not just talking to one lender. You're talking to Asenso as a representative of all these lenders with all these financing opportunities, and we will make sure that once we identify your financing situation, we will make sure that we will match you to a lender that is custom fit, to your individual situation. It's not just going to be one product. I'm not just going to be selling you one product. If you have a house or asset in the US, or let's say you don't have a house, you're renting here, and you just want to use the collateral in the Philippines, all of those things, we will make sure we will navigate those options for you.
Right. So for me, dealing with if you want to buy property in the Philippines, when you go to the Philippines, you visit the mall, and they keep on giving you all these flyers, and you get excited, and then you go to one of the developers, say, hey, I want to buy here, versus if you work with somebody who is licensed here in the United States that is close to where you are, if you have any questions or you want to ask something or concerns, then that person can help you. They can assist you. We can explain to you based on what you're familiar with. You know, the rules of engagement or the rules on buying a home here versus buying a home in the Philippines. What is the difference? You know, we can explain that to you because sometimes it is you know you have certain expectations as if you're buying here. No, it's not. It's different. You know. Plus, you don't just go to the website of Asenso. Of course, you will have to reach out to our good-looking guy here, Paolo, and say, "Hey, Paolo, you know." And usually, the accredited brokers would know Paolo and some other lenders here who can assist you, and we will be the one to connect you, and we will all work together. So if you have any concerns, you say, "Hey, how come they're asking all this paperwork? Or why do I have to go to apostille? What is that?" You know, we can explain that, hold your hand, and explain to you step by step what to expect. You know,
Right.
that way you don't have any surprises, right?
Yeah. And one thing I want to add on that one, I want to emphasize as well that again, Asenso, we're not in the business of selling properties. No, we are in the business of helping you connect to a lender or
Yeah.
probably do financing for you. So that is definitely a no bias type of advice that we give you to make sure that at the end of the day we are looking out for your best interest.
Mhm, mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. So I have a question for Tristan. Okay, so with all the developments that we have, because I'm familiar with all the other developments too in the
Mm.
Philippines, can you tell me why this Bridgetown stands out? Why will I buy Bridgetown? Why will I not go to BGC, which is very popular? Why will I not go to Rockwell? What is the special feature that Bridgetown is offering?
Well, of course, BGC is already established. So
Yeah,
right now prices there are really high, and
skyrocket already.
and it has
Yeah,
already skyrocketed. And those on those people who have invested early during the time that
they're
BGC,
enjoying it.
yes, they're enjoying it right now. So the opportunity of having that is right here with Bridgetown. Projects are pre-selling, and it's highly desirable because it can give residents of Bridgetown the work-life balance that they are looking for, since it's very accessible to everything like the malls, which there's already one in Bridgetown, quick drive to hospitals, schools, and everything. So um, basically that's it. You know, we just have to look back as well on what happened to BGC, which is going to be happening to Bridgetown as well.
Okay. So you're in the ground floor, you know. So this one is like buying BGC during the 2001, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, folks, right now I'm telling you, you know, there are different developments in the Philippines, but Bridgetown here is a master planned community, and it's very. I think you also have a subway that's coming up there, right?
Yes, subway as well is going to be passing through Ortigas. So
Right.
the
Mm-hmm.
development in our country is very fast.
Mm-hmm.
And even our neighboring countries are enjoying the real estate market in the Philippines. So
Yes.
this is the
Yes,
best
I
time.
can attest to that because I really
Yeah,
enjoy the Skyway. You know,
yeah, this guy.
whenever I go, I take my Grab and I go to Skyway going from Quezon City to Makati. You know, now at least I know that C5 is also starting to be accessible. You
Yes,
know, yeah. So there's a lot of um, building going on there right now, construction on infrastructure, subways, railways, new how do you call that? Freeways. We call it freeways here. You know, it's not free; it's expensive, but it gives you a lot of accessibility. You know, from north, from Lawag all the way to Batangas City. You know, it's starting to be easier now. In fact, to go to Baguio now, it takes only like about what 3 hours or 4 hours to get
3
there with a bus,
yeah.
air conditioner bus. I don't even have to drive my car.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, folks, you know, if there's any of you who wants to reach out and have questions, this is really the best time to buy. A lot of people are just waiting. They said when every season they say, oh, okay, I'm going to wait because there's multiple offer. Now they say, oh, I'm going to wait because the interest rate is high. But you know what? The bystanders are the ones that, nothing happens. You have to play the game. You have to stick out your neck there and see how you can play the game.
That's true.
And don't try to do it yourself and do all this Googling, because talking to not AIs, but talking to people, really people, can really give you more information. If they don't know the answer, they have the resource. They can connect you to the right people. That's the best thing. And the good thing about it is that the world is getting smaller. It's a global economy. It's a global community now. So you can reach out through Viber, through instant messaging, through LinkedIn, and find us. And you can always ask questions, because asking questions cultivates knowledge and cultivates curiosity.
That's true.
So we're 3 minutes on the top of the hour, and Ferdy, do you have anything to show to us? Share with us. Do you have another question? I see you have. There is another question here, Ferdy. So we've talked about all these master plan communities. Okay, here's one. What are the specific requirements and eligibility criteria for obtaining a mortgage to finance the purchase of Philippine real estate? Okay, I like this because the other day I was watching YouTube, and this lady, or a young lawyer lady, was explaining about dual citizenship, about ownership of property, all that. So let's clarify that. If you are a natural born Filipino, okay, and you went to the Philippines and you relinquished your citizenship and you became a citizen, and then now you want to buy a property from Tristan, do I need to have a dual citizenship or not?
Actually, ma'am, in the Philippines right now, for condominiums, 40% can be owned by foreign
Right.
owners. So
Right.
that's not gonna be an issue, even if you're dual citizenship, or if you're just a foreigner who wants to go and retire in the Philippines. So 40% of the occupancy of a condominium can be owned by foreigners. So that's not gonna be an issue.
Mhm. Okay, here's another very important issue here. It happened to me and it happened to some clients, right? Okay, so you got excited, you made a reservation, you gave your reservation, and then you put your name there and the name of your husband, and then after 6 years, after 6 long years, you said, oh, you know what, we're gonna apply for loan, but now we want our daughter to be in the loan. Is that possible, or do I get a capital gains tax?
Hmm. That I have to check, ma'am, because since the title is not yet out, I have to check internally on what we can do on that one. But
Yeah, because there was some time that they were saying that every time that you change your application that you have already submitted to the lender,
yeah,
to the developer, and it was already approved, and you were paying for so many years, you started making your down payment, your payment plan, your payments for your down payment. There are glitches on when there's a change of name.
name.
Yeah, Paolo, do you know anything about that one?
As far as the lending side is concerned, I know that there's no problem with it. So we have a lender partner that is able to do financing if they switch. Now, even if there's no switch that happens, even if, for example, the parents remain continue to own the title on the property, and then they want their daughter to take out a loan on that one because for some reason or another the parents are unable to hurdle the requirements of the bank. We have a lender who can help them get financing for that one. But going back to the question of switching in the middle of the purchase, I believe because the contract is not yet it hasn't been sold. Technically, the property is still owned by Robinson's Land. So basically, by that premise, there's still no change in the value of the property. As long as you're following that value of the property and you're not changing anything, you're just changing the name. Then again, there has to be an internal conversation inside Robinson's Land to determine on what kind of. I know there's going to be some fees involved on the transfer of the ownership, but I don't know on how they compute that.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So that's another thing. If you have a broker or a realtor that is working with you right here in United States, and you got into contract, there are certain things that realtor can help for you to ask, because if you're just a regular layperson buying a condo, you don't know what to ask, you don't know what you don't know, right? So if you have a licensed realtor that has gone through the training, an overview of the development, they got accredited by the developer, then they have more knowledge than you do, and can ask and be articulate about questions on how to go about that next 6 years. Because remember, you are paying the down payment of 20%. Let's say the 20% that you put, and then it's spread over 6 years. A lot of this can happen in 6 years, right? But at the same time, during those 6 years, the value of that building is increasing every year. That's just like what Tristan is saying. So you are actually being a partner with the developer on the increase of the equity of the property of that building. You have a share of that development on the equity. Okay, so all right, so gosh, I talk too much. So anyway, if you want to reach out to us, I'm Espie from Espie Realty, and I'm based here in Los Angeles. And it looks like Tristan is also based in Long Beach. Are you?
Right now, I'm currently in Long Beach. So I'll be here until August. So if you
So
can,
you're
if you want to
okay.
reach out and sit down with me for more questions about the project,
Okay,
here are my contact information.
okay,
Please
all right.
please feel free to reach out.
Okay, yeah, you can take a picture of this and get that. And remember, this is recorded, so you can always go back to that under Emporium YouTube channel. And what about Paolo?
Yes. So again, I am based in Los Angeles. So
There
please,
you go.
yeah, my contact information is on the screen. If you have any questions about financing, or if you're just about to buy a property, or you already bought a property, please touch base. Say hi. I'm local here in the US. Gusto mo magkape tayo? If you want, I can meet you. So I could give you advice on how to navigate through your financing options here in the US for properties bought in the Philippines.
Okay, very nice. Okay, so next month, I'll see you again. July 12th, I have another developer that is going to be coming in and coming on board. And the more we know, the better we can decide, right?
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time, Tristan
Thank you
and
so much.
Paolo.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
And
you.
I look forward to meeting you in person here in Los Angeles.
Looking forward.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.